Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And as I was working on the Friday vlog, I had heard a little bit about this. I didn't see anything confirmed. I didn't see anything from any media outlets at the time. It was a post by Chandler Crump, who had made a post from a YouTube comment. Nonetheless, it is now confirmed from thedailymail.com. As of 13:59 hours Eastern Daylight Time, that is 1:59 Eastern Daylight Time here in Georgia, in the Eastern Time Zone. Now, Facebook and Instagram, non-person Trump. Platforms ban ex-president's interview, why not former, interview with daughter-in-law Laura, where he signals he will run for president in 2024. Well, that might have been what really sparked a lot of the outrage, was the fact that he is announcing. I think it's a little too early for him to do that, so he may not go too in-depth about it because, of course, once he announces, once it's officially announced, it'll be Orange Man bad news all over again, and then perhaps the media will be able to gin back up all of their writers and everyone else that they've had to, or journalists, as you want to call them. I just see them as activists, but Facebook and Instagram have removed Donald Trump's interview with his daughter-in-law Laura in another sign of the left-leaning Silicon Valley giant canceling the former president. Ladies and gentlemen, what have we been saying here on the channel for the last 3 years? The Democrats, working alongside the mainstream media, the tech giants, special interests, and Trump detractors, did everything they could to convince everyone to hate the president as much as they did. And now we have a complete depersoning. The only other person that has reached this level is a person that I can't mention his name. I can say his initials, AJ. In the interview, Trump tore into social media and the mainstream media for suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story. He criticized President Biden's green agenda and railed against cancel culture, which he said obliterates U.S. culture. Well, there was plenty of opportunity at the time. So I'm going to give President Trump a little bit of criticism here, because he did have the little conference where he brought people, he brought YouTube creators and creators on throughout the internet, invited them to the White House, where he kind of just put on a stand-up show, according to what Tim Pool said, and they had an opportunity to address this. If you're a follower of this channel, you know that we have been talking about this for 3 years. Something needed to be done, and nothing ever happened. How many times did we see Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey brought up before the Judiciary Committee, and nothing ever happened? It was the right view Laura's show during the 18-minute interview. Trump also spoke about running for president again in 2024. Laura had been prompting it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter beforehand. I don't know whether or not, I've not checked Twitter to see if it's been taken down. I've not looked around. I just remember seeing a post from Chandler Crump, who, like Steven Crowder, had been banned. Well, Steven was suspended, and his partnership is indefinitely suspended. And I think Chandler just had his channel completely taken down. So the march against conservatism, the march against conservative creators is on. When you guys on Alt Tech ask me, why am I still on YouTube? It's for this very reason. Because the bigger voices, the more influential voices of conservatism are being shut down. So a small channel like mine, that's just a blip on the radar, can still try to get the message out to those that are still in that echo chamber and bubble of information. So it's so critical, you guys. Below this video, you will see links to my social media, where you can follow me on standard mainstream media as well as alternative tech. I know it can be very aggravating and confusing and almost obnoxious to try to be on, 8 or 6 or 10 different platforms, but that's what I have to work with. As a creator, this is what I do throughout the day. I go across social media and try to build my brand. And it's made that much more difficult when people are being depersoned. This is, or was, a sitting president of the United States of America. Who is really the ones, I was going to say, in charge of the country or working in this country? Why has the cancel culture, spawned from the resistance of 2016, become so powerful with the tech giants? with cancel culture, with the outrage mobs. They have become so powerful that they can shut down a sitting president from appearing on a social media platform. It's not the end of the world as far as like, you know, the depersoning aspect of it or the non-personing of someone, but the idea that when you come onto the social space, because we are a social society now, the internet is very social, it's very interactive, and I've been around on this for many, many years. My background in college is in computer science. I've been in computer science, been around computers since the 80s. So I've always been around this environment. I have never seen anything this bad to this extent my whole entire time ever being on the internet, being on computers, until 2016 when the resistance spawned cancel culture and outrage mobs. I'm just almost at a loss for words to really describe the absurdity, the level that we have reached now. And I want to point this out again. If you guys have not seen my video on this article from Molly Ball, you'll see it appearing there in the top right-hand corner of this video here on YouTube. If you're watching this video on another platform outside of YouTube, alternative text specifically, I will leave a link to my video below this video. So what we have here is Time Magazine, Molly Ball, essentially outlining in 6,683 words exactly how a cabal of people work together to get a fortify an election for a desired outcome. So in 6,683 words, Molly Ball describes exactly what we have been talking about for 3 years. This is the most explosive article concerning the election that we can't talk about, which is why Crowder was deplatformed or removed his partnership. Because, and see, this is the irritating part of it. This entire article is gloating. This is a complete gloat. This is a laugh in everyone's face that talked about this. This is a laugh in my face. This is a laugh of all my followers on this channel's face. After 3 years of talking about this, Molly Ball comes out and writes this article laughing in everyone's face saying, look at what we did. Look at what we were able to achieve working together. We were able to get rid of Orange Man. It's exactly what happened here. So this what happened today is absolutely outrageous. I'm trying to keep my language. I'm trying to be as coherent as I can because this is really, really infuriating as a content creator, because I'm just watching fellow content creators get shut down, and I'm not necessarily talking about conservative commentary. I'm talking about creators across the board, even my fellow gamers. Everyone is being affected by this cancel culture because everything has been politicized. Everything has some sort of political element to it. The problem is, polite society gave these groups of agitators a little tiny bit of space to air their grievances. They took 6 city blocks. They took over our language. They hijacked our language, changed the meanings, changed the definitions, and now they're essentially hijacking reality. So if we say something, if anyone says something that they don't agree with, that doesn't have their stamp of approval, that isn't part of their tribe, they just completely try to obliterate it. I saw the most ridiculous, absurd tweet from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It just defied any sort of rational, cogent thought as a human being. Knowing what's going on at the border, this woman came out and basically defended Biden for every single thing she accused Trump of. And Biden had done worse. Biden had actually opened up some of these centers. It's absolutely out of control down there. This is just so ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you now to like this video, share it across your social media, get this message out. I can't even speak. Get this message out, especially in concern to this Time Magazine article, all as well with Molly Ball. But the depersoning of a former president of the United States of America. We'll continue to keep an eye on this. I will be putting out the Friday vlog as standard. It won't be covering this particular topic here because this is the breaking news. So I ask you guys, in just summation here, make sure you are following, make sure you are liking, not just my channel as a conservative, but other individuals as well. Because right now we're not only just struggling with the AdSense ad apocalypse, 2.0 right now, but also as well as watching a sitting president get deplatformed. So I want to thank all of you guys for your continued support here on the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you here. For returning visitors and subscribers, thank you guys so very much for your continued support. Appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon for here on YouTube for you guys to click on. There will be a series of notifications when you click on the actual icon where you can subscribe and then select the notification. That way you'll know when there's content here on the channel, as well as the Friday vlog, which will be coming up. Thank you guys so much for this special breaking news.